Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J. Kamal and Spike, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where we're turning optimistic. Well, no, that's not true. We've always been optimistic. So we're staying optimistic regarding the markets. Kamal has had a few migraine headaches, but he survived them. And he's looking forward to clearing them all up as a glow of euphoria will emerge upon his face as the market rallies into Christmas. Do you see that happening?
Hopefully Santa Claus is coming into town.
I heard he was.
Oh, yeah?
Although I can't trust my nursery rhymes or anything anymore because when we did 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, open the door, I got a correction.
Yes, shut the door.
I'm cautiously optimistic when we have a green Thursday.
Yes.
That's true. Okay.
I'm cautiously optimistic when the VIX turns bearish bearish engulfing today. So that makes me cautiously optimistic.
Okay.
And also seasonality. Putin yesterday was threatening nuclear war, and today gives us Britney. We get Britney back. So all is not terribly lost, at this point. And mankind is making new highs.
Really?
Yeah, so there's hope after all. Mankind
stock is going up.
Stock that collapsed after after Afrezza was approved about 10 years ago. It went on a decline that didn't stop until like a 3-for-1 reverse stock split or something like that. I don't remember the ratio. Maybe it was more than 3-for-1. Maybe it was 10-to-1. Whatever it was, it's now climbing back, slowly clawing back. Its future actually looking good with several products. It now has 3 products that it's marketing: Afrezza, Tavaso, and I don't remember the name of the gizmo that they're monitoring for diabetes. For diabetes monitoring. They're selling for diabetes monitoring. Get my words straight. All right, so anyway, well, we're going to look at mankind. It's one of the stocks we're going to look at. Who's with us today? This is a new name. Jeremy McMasters. Oh, I know. He was Trump's right hand.
Yeah, McMaster.
Yeah, we should look at Sava.
Skyline is with us. We're getting some new people.
And BCRX.
And of course, we have old people.
BCRX. What's going on with that one?
I don't mean old like me. I mean, people that have been with us for a while. You know what I viewed the other day? Someone reminded me of a video that I did on Geron 4 years ago. So I viewed that video. I had 2,400 views from just doing Geron. I couldn't believe it. 2,400 views. And I was bullish Geron then, and I'm turning bullish Geron again. Yeah,
you see there's a relationship between your attitude towards Geron.
I made killing on Geron in the year 2001 or 2000, I guess it was. And then I got killed in Geron 4 years ago. So all in all, I think I'm negative, though, because I lost a ton of money 4 years ago in Geron.
It's just good trying to catch all that.
Jeremy said he's been viewing for a long time, but the first time he came on. All right, so we're going to take a look at the charts. Yeah. And Linus says, Geron, please come back. I am back already. I own some, but I mean, compared to what I did own, I'm kidding around. But I might make more of an investment in it as the chart is looking better. There are some biotech stocks that are looking better. Some looking worse. Like I know that inhibitor kinase pharmaceuticals, IKT. They had their trial on Parkinson's phase 1 halted by the FDA for concerns over vision impairment. That's one of the reasons I'm nervous about going into the trial, even the Novis trial.
Right.
You never know. So anyway, this price of the stock is cut in half to 50 cents now. It's either a good buy or a terrible buy, one or the other. All right, let's look.
Yeah, and Aurinia has been in such a downfall.
Which one?
Aurinia.
Aurinia Pharmaceuticals, yeah.
It's been depressing.
It is.
Amazon has been depressing too.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Let's start with the VIX, what I was talking about. Okay, you could clearly see the engulfing. You can better see it now. The body is engulfing, the red body engulfs the green body, and the entire candle is engulfed, I believe, maybe not. Let's see, the low of the day, 22.18. The low of the day, 22.06, yes. So it's clearly an engulfing.
Just to be clear, that the inverse means that it's bullish.
Yes, if it was green on...
Volatility index, right?
Well, this is bearish VIX, which is bullish the market.
Correct.
Bullish. A bearish VIX is bullish the market, correct. So this is a bullish bearish indicator, right? Or bearishly
bearish bullish.
I'm not sure how you
I don't know. It looks like it's showing some nibble signs, isn't it?
Well, it did break the high of last week, which was 22.63. I think it broke it. What was it today? 22.81 at the open. You could argue that.
Yeah, exactly. How do you interpret that, though?
I look at the entire candle and say, not a good day for volatility, for the VIX, for the fear. This is really the fear indicator, right?
Right.
More than volatility. And it looks like people are less afraid today than they were yesterday or the day before. And maybe that's because Putin gave us back Brittany. We got a little victory there.
So a slight bit risk on.
Yeah. Well, that was really good news. It was a feel-good moment for Americans to get her back. I mean, come on, you're putting the poor girl, woman, into prison for having essentially an ointment in her luggage, and to trace them out of it.
Putting a 6-foot woman into a 4-foot cell.
Oh,
it's cruel.
Absolutely. And then they're sending it to a labor camp, whatever they will call it, labor prison. Just horrible. But she spent what, about half a year of her life
almost a year
in hell, right?
Right.
Ridiculous for no reason, for carrying some CBD oil that you can buy anywhere in America. I don't even. Isn't that legal, CBD oil? In America, it is, right?
Yes,
I wouldn't fly with it.
Yeah, and plus she needed it for medicinal purposes. I mean, it really had no merit. It was just a tactic. That's all it was.
Bargaining chip.
Yeah, bargaining chip, exactly. So we're bearish on the VIX and bullish on the SPY. Let's see why. I keep losing that trend line that I draw in all the time. It doesn't save it. I'll draw it in again. All right, so this is the ascending trend line, and the descending one, I loses that one too. I've drawn this in so many times.
It's becoming less pronounced, actually, this downward trend.
But it's important to put it in. So And every time I put it in a little differently, right? You can never get it exact. So the last hit was right here of the trend line at 410, 410 on 12/1. Then we had two other definite hits. And we almost hit on the trend line, very close on June 16th. Is that June 16th? Well, no, I don't know what month that is. I got to get rid of this little gizmo. 7/16, 8/16. 8/16 was essentially touched it. So we have all these hits of the descending trend line, and we have a nice ascending trend line. And we said the last time, I think we estimated a little earlier that they would intersect. Today I have it at 12:27. I think we had it at 12:15, didn't we, at one point?
I thought it was 12:28.
Maybe. I don't know, depending how I draw it. You know what I mean? I could
Right,
draw
right.
it.
But we said that it's a stored end of year anyway.
Yeah. So we're closer to testing we are testing the ascending trend line. So far, so good. It's just about holding. And we also held the 100 over the last 3 trading days. And we also have an ascending channel going back to like 29th of September. So let's draw that in. Show the channel. There you have it. And as long as we stay in this ascending channel, you could be temporarily bearish for 5 days as we were, but it's still overall bullish. So we're going up, right? This channel is going up, no doubt about it. You don't need a PhD to see that it's going up, right? It's not going down, even though it's been going down for 5 days. Big deal. It's still in the channel. We've hit the bottom of this channel quite a few times since we're in it from what I say, 929.
Dr. J, so I understand it. So just for my personal thing, does the channel bottom and top line have to be parallel? Or it doesn't have to.
Parallel, yes.
Okay.
That defines a channel. Yes, they have to be parallel. See, all the action has to be between 2 parallel lines.
Got it. Just
to call it a channel.
Okay.
They're both trend lines as well, pretty much. The bottom of the channel and the top of the channel are both trend lines, and all the action is between these 2 trend lines. And they're bumping into the descending trend line that we've had since the beginning of the year. Which will prevail? Will it continue going up in this upward channel, or will it bounce once again, like it did recently at 410? Will it bounce off of that descending trend line? And that will be determined at some point towards the end of the year. Maybe earlier, but at least by then. I keep losing my mouse. This is ridiculous. It makes a noise.
It made a noise, yes.
And then I have to adjust it. Made a good noise. You hear that noise? That was a good noise. The first noise was a bad noise. Second noise was a good noise.
Right. Like blink, blink.
All right. So we're bullish the spiders. We're bearish the VIX. That's sum total is bullish, right? Bullish the markets.
Sure.
Mankind is doing good. One of the few bios that are doing good. In fact, let's see, we take out the high from 6.8? Not quite, 486. We went as high as 472 the other day, and 484. We just missed taking out the high. But we're we're banging on the door of taking out the high. What date was that? 6/8. Banging on the door. And they have a nice product line now. Three products: Afrezza, which was their first product; Tyvaso, which they're getting royalties on from United Health; and another gizmo that they bought recently to monitor diabetes. So they have three products, and they could expand to many more products because they've got the gizmo that sprays that creates a fine powder that's inhalable. I forget what that gizmo is called already, but it's a phenomenal small cap in that I think at this point it's de-risked. You have potential for income growth even without revenue growth, even without another product being added. Because the diabetes market is growing so rapidly. People like sugar, like me. I love my what do you call those wafers? I buy them in Lidl. They're called scent wafers in Lidl. They're chocolate wafers, basically.
Right. Yes, they are. You eat one, you have to eat another, and then another.
Oh, I love them. I could eat like a whole box of them.
I know. I mean, I have. Where is it? I have one here. I mean, like these things here. Right.
I know it's diabetes food too, but I figure
This is stevia, but I don't really like it that much. I don't like stevia.
Yeah, it's supposed to be healthy.
It's just not sugar, but it's still got 2 grams of sugar plus stevia. So who even knows?
Stevia.
I looked at like the aftertaste, so she gave me some.
Stevia itself, is it supposed to be a healthy thing?
It's just not specifically sugar.
Okay.
Sweet but not sugar.
Sweet but not sugar.
What else? What else do I like in the? Should we look at in the biotech area?
Look up Lilly because it's still bothering me. We haven't actually seen it. We just talked about it.
LL1.
And I want to. Yeah, I want to. Maybe we did see it, but every time I look at it, I get depressed.
It's in a Zoom channel.
Because I think about the time when Biogen was talking about its drug. Lilly was like, well, we got something too, but they were very, very quiet about it.
They're behind Biogen. They're still behind Biogen.
Is that the issue?
By about a year in terms of
immunogen playing mild cancer. Very funny.
I'm not drawing it perfect, but that's better. Whoops. We're in a Zoom channel, and it just keeps going. You know, like you say, if you didn't get in at 300, you hate to get in at 375. You feel like you missed the boat on this one. And maybe you did. Even though it's in a Zoom channel where most things are going the other way and it looks attractive, I just feel like if I bought it tomorrow, it might collapse on me 15% in a day.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, so I'm not going to chase this one. It's one that I missed. Here's one that I looked at the other day and we talked about.
Oh, the athx, right?
Yeah.
Would like to check Sava and BCRX, please.
Yeah, we have some requests.
I think the 50 holds here. So buy the dip on this one. I think it has tremendous potential with the COVID vaccine that it developed. They plan on selling it real cheap. You sell it to enough people, cheap don't matter, right?
Correct.
It's not, if they sell it to half the world, forget it. They're going to make it. They'll be really rich. This has got potential.
If China says that, they'll stop buying it.
All right. Anyway, we talked about this one the other day, and it's got Parkinson's drug in the pipeline and an Alzheimer's drug. It's interesting. This one is interesting. I'm going to show you the monthly on this one because for the last 3 years, it hasn't done a thing, at least on the monthly. Look at this chart on the monthly. You got to have patience with this one. This is back to.
You even have an uptrend, so it's better than a stock. Then it's better than a bank account.
The low of the month in April 8th, 2019 was $1.01. We're down 10% in 3 years. What year is this? 4/9/2018. We were at 82 cents. So we're up 7 cents in 4 years. You like this one?
Well, is there a reason you brought it up?
Yeah, someone said they're in it and I wanted my opinion. So here's my opinion. I like the pipeline a little bit. I like the area, women's health. They have 3 approved drugs and one in the hopper. I think it's early trials, though. Early stage trials, 1 or 2, something like that. But I think they have an interesting product line. One of them is a vaginal cream that has a Viagra formulation in it, non-hormonal, for women with arousal issues. So, I mean, the field is wide open, and Lilly is big in this field, by the way. They're a tiny little small cap, and if they get one hot product, the thing has potential. I'm not saying it has potential tomorrow, but it might not be a bad hold. It's not going to care. It looks like it's not going to hurt you. Judging from the chart, if you bought it 4 years ago, you'd be up 7 cents or about 10%. And if you bought it 3 years ago, you'd be down about 10%. So I think it's an interesting one if you have a lot of patience. Over the years, it might actually do something. And it doesn't look like it's going out of business tomorrow. I think it's, a conservative penny stock. Is there such a thing?
A conservative penny stock. That's funny.
Yeah, that's how it seems to me. This is what I was telling you about earlier. Inhibikase Therapeutics cut in half basically because the FDA put a clinical hold on their Parkinson's trial due to vision adverse effects related to vision. So it'll cure your Parkinson's, but you go blind. No, I really don't know what the problem is. But most of the time, these clinical holds wind up being, released, and the trial most of the time continues. So I think this might be a nibble opportunity for inhibikinase pharmaceuticals, or therapeutics, whatever. So I haven't nibbled yet. I don't think there's a big hurry to nibble, but it looks like a nibble opportunity. It's down another 12% today. So I don't know. The problem with nibbling is you don't know where the bottom is.
Right.
If the trial is not resumed in a matter of months, their money's going to run out and so on. You got all these issues. All these issues. Typical biotech issues, but yet it's tempting.
Sounds like a missile blast.
Yeah. avxl is another problematic one now. Avx, I mean.
Yeah, now what's going on? I mean, we hear all this great news, and then it just does nothing but implode.
Yeah, I mean, this one is aggravating me. I keep nibbling. I bought more today at about $8. It's ridiculous. It should not be going down. It's under short attack, and that's the only reason it's going down.
Yeah, and I bought some back at around 850.
Yeah, until I'm continuing to add. If I'm a sucker, I'm a sucker.
Right.
I'm not going to lose my shirt on it, but I'm adding.
So we want to see Sava since that's
Sava, yeah, Sava is actually going up.
Yeah, we're not today, right?
That Alzheimer's play, I have a lot more money in than I do in avx. So if this goes up and avx goes down, I'm good. No, I mean, it doesn't hurt me, helps me. The long-term trend has been down, of course. If you want me to draw it, I will. It's clearly been down. This is the weekly. And kind of like the spiders, it's hitting its long-term trend line and bouncing off of it. It looks like the spiders almost. And this long-term trend line goes all the way back to like 2021, at least a year. 7/25, 2021. This is the phenomenal runs that we were in, remember? Back here in July of 2021. I felt wealthy for back then. I did cash Sava, but I thought there were too many that I didn't cash. I made money on Sava only to lose on paper. I'm still losing, I think, because I didn't sell all of it. I don't remember what. Maybe I bought again, whatever it was. I guess I bought again on the way down. But I've been buying on the way on my lower levels also. I might be winning on Sava. I'm probably making money.
At this point, yeah, if you bought during those doldrums for the last couple of months.
Yeah, I think I'm actually making money on Sava. I'd have to check, but I think I'm green. I'm green on my investment, not for the year probably. Let's see how it looks for the year.
I sold it near like 50. It was not 50. It was just below 50.
The daily for the year, you can see.
That?
Sava.
When?
A couple of months ago.
Okay.
What did you sell it at? 50?
Like 49 and some change.
That was a good sell.
Yeah, really.
The high back here in 9/22 was 51. So you caught the high.
Yeah.
Are you nibbling to get back in?
I will if I could sell some of my losers.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to at least $3,000 worth. If you want to.
The thing is, I was gonna sell BCRX the other day near 14, but then I changed my mind.
Oh yeah, now now it's like you don't want to sell it.
BCRX is going to 18. I'm not wavering on my prediction.
That's why I kept holding.
Yeah. athx jumped today, up 9 pennies, which, believe it or not, is substantial.
It's substantial, I know. Well, it's only substantial if you bought any when it was this cheap. But yes.
After 25-for-1 reverse split, it doesn't have the impact. What a disastrous turn of events.
Revolting development.
Yeah, what a revolting development this is. You can say that again. I wanted to show it because I still think there's hope for a miracle on athx. We can get not a Christmas 2022 miracle, but maybe a Christmas 2023 miracle.
Thanksgiving of 2024.
Maybe that. Did I have any others, Sam?
Well, you didn't actually do BCRX.
Oh, BCRX.
And what was the other one they requested? Hey, look at this. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't know if it was news. that caused this tremendous sell-off or revenue miss? I don't know what it is.
I think there was a news conference or some kind of presentation yesterday, and they said they're gonna stop one of their drugs or something, like development on one of the drugs.
Are they stopping factor D, the factor D drug? Is that it?
I believe so, something like that. So some people viewed it as a failure. Some people viewed it as, saving money.
Yeah, why throw good money after bad? They have the HAE drug. They're going to make $1 billion a year on that.
Well,
eventually.
Linus actually brought up PHVS, which just exploded today on their HAE results.
Wait, which one?
PHVS.
All right, so I think we're right at bottom here on BCRX.
I hope so.
What's the PH? What?
PHVS.
VS.
Barvaris.
How come I don't get those?
This one really retraced a lot of its losses in one day. Wow. What a move. Wow, from $1.50 to $11. Yesterday it was a low.
What happened was it seems that there was a clinical hold, and then they just dropped. The FDA removed the clinical hold.
Yeah, that's why I'm liking IKT a little bit, because
Right, I got you. Same basic idea.
Yeah. This is a tremendous move. Of course, it'll probably give back half of the green candle.
No doubt.
That's what typically happens. Sometimes more than half. But you can't chase these.
I don't want to chase it. I want to know about it the day before.
Yeah.
Okay, McFly.
I mean, you can say I'll wait for $8 and get in then. It's already $10 after hours. It'll probably be $8 by tomorrow. What else?
Let's see. What do we have here? There was
Tesla.
Oh, Tesla was the only other one mentioned, right?
I think Elon Musk made a horrible mistake, acquiring Twitter. He doesn't need that headache.
Well,
I think at this point,
he decided he was going to do it. He got roped into it because he tried.
Twitter is better off without him at this point. I mean, Tesla.
He should have been better off without it.
We hit bottom back here on 1122 at 166. Let's hope that is the bottom. I hate to see my Tesla stock go below that.
You own much of this stuff?
No, it's not one of my big holdings, but I have this relatively small amount, but still I don't want to see it go down anymore.
Sure, no, I know, but I mean, this wasn't one of those ponies that you.
I own more XPEV than I do Tesla.
Right. Oh, okay.
I bought that one recently at like $8. I think I'm doing all right on XPEV. I haven't checked it lately.
Well,
Doing okay. Chinese stocks, I think, will rebound.
well,
I hope so.
I have for Neo to stop
tons of
dumping.
Bubba.
What did you say?
I have tons of Bubba.
What's
Oh,
Baba?
Yeah,
Alibaba.
Alibaba. Yes.
It rebounded already. Very nice. Very nice bottom. It's now closed above the 200. Looks like it's gonna take out the 125.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a good looking chart.
I hope you've been adding on the way down on this one. You got to average these babies out. I think you're good for at least 120. I mean, I think you're good for at least 125. If China reopens and things get slowly back to normal. What I'm afraid of, China reopens and we get a new COVID outbreak with a new variant that spreads around the world again.
Mm.
That's what Fauci came up with, I think, today.
Yeah.
Putting a negative spin on China reopening. What else? Anybody? Anything else?
No, I think we've hit our 32-minute mark.
Okay, that's good. I think we covered a lot of ground. We covered the stocks that we said we would. We covered a bunch more.
And we are optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is putting his spin on the Britney release.
Yeah, no, he happens to be right. It's hard to celebrate because it's not like we didn't pay for it.
It's also hard to celebrate because we left Paul Whelan behind.
Yeah, indeed. So it's sobering. I mean, as much as it's fine, it was a fine thing that happened. It's still sobering.
Yeah.
I mean, all it does is show that you could still deal with the guy even though he's gone off the deep end.
Patrick is causing a lot of agita on the board.
Yeah, he is. Well, hasn't Patrick been a little bearish with the market?
Tesla's been terrible. Like 170 times 3, right? It's 500. It's terrible.
Hmm.
It was 1,200, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's been terrible. Really been terrible. All right, that's it for today. Be well. Ciao.
Right.
As always, do your own due diligence. Our opinion strictly our own, not investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Give us 2 thumbs up. Adios, amigos.
Take care. Bye.